Okay, guys. So, I'm commentating this game today purely because it seems like the only games that get commentated in the AOMAC community are really lame, boring, stupid, like, just games with gimmicks. Like, a lot of things you see in LUI or this, and it seems like, oh, people just doing something weird crap, and it works out. And then we're like, yay, congrats. So, like a week ago, whatever, I played this really actually awesome 1v1. And I'm just going to explain to you some of the things that are going on, why it's a good 1v1, and how both players are freaking awesome in this game, and how it's actually interesting. So, it's me, the big boss, and my Black Ops Paladin, going up against Intellect in those classic strikers. So, let's watch and see why it was freaking awesome. Here, I have some birds on, because birds are awesome. Makes sense. And I'm using moneymakers because it's nesthorn, and I feel in 1v1s on nesthorn, I can remove healing units, usually, most of the time, and instead take an economy unit, because I really do feel, and just the way I play, since I don't usually rush my games out, it's worth actually having that income advantage that it pays off in the long run. So, I do have to, I make, open with my moneymakers. Intellect, scrubbily trying to cheese. Obviously, as a paladin, I'm kind of slow. I can't respond super fast, and I'm not gonna like kill him in the air, which is sort of a pain. Of course, he sees my moneymaker, so he's instantly trying to harass. He drops infantry on C everywhere. I believe he gets this one moneymaker. Okay, so he gets one moneymaker, but he's now at this point he's really low on damage himself, and so I get a kill, which was definitely worth losing one moneymaker for. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. And then he just has that one infantry still C. I see it on my map, but it's just sitting there. I can't hit anything since it was put on C. So I lost one moneymaker, but I got a kill on him, which I think gives me an XP advantage. And never mind, he's at level 2 and I'm still at level 1. But Intellect continuing to try to be annoying and cheesing. So obviously, he just brought infantry that time to see if it was neutral, but it wasn't, so he's kind of going to stop that out now. Now, making light units. He doesn't actually even have any early game tanks, so he's pretty much relying on jackals to do all of his work, which basically just... And if you're relying on jackals, it means you're relying on massive amounts of units. And he immediately pushes them out. I like kind of freak out at that point. I did not expect him to be pushing out that early. So I take, like, just think of where I am right now. I'm here. I know that these jackals are going to be here in like 10 seconds, no, like 5 seconds. I'm a slow paladin and I only have 2 units here. I have 3 Gemini, yeah, just 2 Gemini over here. I thought I have 3. Oh, I have 2 here, and a T99. I have 2 here, but I only have 1 T99 and a Gemini here. So I'm really concerned that when I scouted, it looked like 10 jackals. I think it looks about 10 jackals. It's a little more actually. I think it's like 11 or 12. Yeah, because it's probably gonna be 13 by the time they get here. So I don't have enough to stop that at this point. I do have my hammer, but you sort of need, you could Stacy units, and the hammer would be very useful if I had like a wall. If I had a wall of like 2 Gemini and 2 T99s, then I could land and throw my hammer, and that would be really useful because I'd be able to Stacy those incoming jackals, and they'd get picked off by all my units. But actual Stacy doesn't do that much damage, so it's not really worthwhile. So let's see how the big boss is going to respond to this mass of jackals coming to him. I socket the T99 because T99s get way more powerful, and I do decide to go and try to grab. I just take a T99 because a T99 and a socket is worth more than. And this also really was surprising. So now I'm like, okay, he let him go past my outpost. Didn't get neutralized. It's only has 1 infantry bulb down, and he basically killed a T99. So he has like 10 jackals, yeah, 11 jackals, gonna be shooting at my base. And he's going to either decide to just take the free damage. I mean, you can do a fair amount of damage on somebody's base with that many Jackals, especially with being a fast striker, being able to micro them around. You can get a pretty good surround, and I don't have any units there at my base, so you could probably do a solid 1/4 damage to my base if you wanted to. Or you can try to switch them to put on T, and as you can see, I think he does switch them to T, so let's see, yeah, he does switch them to T, leaves those two on Y, probably unintentionally, but... So at this point I know it's going to get neutral, so I'm not trying to kill those Jackals, I'm trying to keep my own units over here, and to be safe, so... And that's ridiculously smart, so it's neutral, none of my infantry is going to be going in there anytime soon, or I guess those three, but that's not enough. So now he can go back, try to grab his own infantry, capture it, as well as now he's still getting that at least 1/4 damage of damage on my base, as well as I have to worry about my outpost being neutralized. So that was a really actually smart use of Jackals. So that was pretty nice on Intellect's part. So I decide I'm gonna drop. I'm guessing I'm gonna put a T99 on that. Oh, I make bombs. That's the other smart thing. I have bombs in my loadout, so I'm just going to make a queue of bombs and try to bomb down the Jackals. But you can see, those Jackals are doing a ridiculous amount of damage since they all came from the side. They're in and out of the corner. I'm dropping down to at least half damage, and Intellect brought infantry, but I was able to get 2 or 3 in already, so it capped it as mine. And then Intellect going for Moneymaker harass because I spent a lot of credits on Moneymakers, so we should probably kill them. If we can. Ooh, I dropped 2 of them there. I would have... I'm not responding the best there. I should have just picked them up at that point. Once this one was down, I should have just picked these 2 up. Well, I should have killed that one first, but I killed that really fast. This was already damaged. And then I should have picked that one up. But, oh well. So, Intellect still is just making a queue, just has a queue full of Jackals now. He really didn't take that big of a loss. He didn't really lose that many credits. He probably lost like 20,000-ish credits. But at this point, I'm not in a circumstance... I'm deciding if I can push right now. I do push with 6 Gemini. And I don't know if Intellect scouts this or not. Oh, Intellect continuing to harass. But at this point, this harass is useless. Like, that just gets him killed too. Wow, that was definitely bad harass then. I mean, those are going to do some damage to my front door. No, actually, I don't let them do the damage to my front. I decided to stop that. I should have probably just immediately got the infantry and brought them over, but I shouldn't have even landed there because that was a waste of time, but I'm going to let those pound away at my base. Intellect doesn't notice this immediately, so it's definitely mine at that point. I put these on C, and now I have to go back to responding to his Jackal. See, Intellect does a really good job because he's using light units. He's not letting me be content on nesthorn to just be in one spot. So I have the majority of my tanks here in this one spot. Intellect knows that he can't fight these Gemini. He knows that me as a microing paladin, I'm going to be able to manage my Gemini and just make sure, because in just a straight up one outpost versus one outpost, the heavier units are generally going to win. Especially since I have Gemini, which have a good turn rotation speed. So by making sure he keeps pushing these out, he's attacking my base. He's also going to be pushing these. Probably to Y, or push to Y up until this point and then switch to T to go over here. That would be great. But just not letting the paladin... I mean, I'm slow in the air as well, so making me be all over the map is really kind of messing with my game. And so I need to stop pausing so much, or else this video is going to take 2 hours. So I'm shooting away at the base, or shooting away at his units. I decided these are most important. He does leave these 10 or so on T. So I decided at this point I've already taken half damage in my base. I need to just put some full-time defenses. And 2 socketed T99s are really awesome for killing light units. So getting a hammer throw in to disrupt them all, and then I'm just going to leave my 2 tanks and 2 T99s to deal with anything. That's going to stop the large majority of pushes. Anything that's not a real investment. So like, and meanwhile, that whole time, Intellect had set up heavy mines. I no longer can't just easily push through that, especially since I have no light units to clear those with. I do decide I believe these are probably just for waste. I mean, I do his striker doing awesome damage, so these 3 tanks and Jackals aren't really going to neutralize. They're probably they do neutralize it, but they aren't going to be able to stay because I'm a slow paladin. By the time it would take me to go back, get creeps, and bring them in, I'm not going to have any units here. So intellect trying to follow up and get a kill, but I do a pretty good job Viking dancing and just being pretty freaking awesome at the game, so I don't let myself die as a paladin. And I was a scrub who only brought 1 infantry. I bought 2 infantry and 2 tanks, so I'm kind of keeping myself here trying to fight this, but really it's kind of hopeless, so I should just definitely focus on this outpost and try to keep these. Meanwhile, intellect bringing out busters, awesome job sniping away at my Gemini. I now only have 5 Gemini. Oh, I just put out a bunch of Gemini, but I only have 4 or 5 of my original 6 I pushed with, so we took one of those down with the buster, 1 or 2 of them. He has heavy mines, so I can't push, so I'm just kind of stuck here. And now I just have to play his game. I threw away a lot of tanks. I threw a lot of resources at this. I believe I lost 5 or 6 tanks, so that's kind of a big setback. I have money makers. I have. Do I have no money makers out at this point? Did he kill them all? My money makers died very early game, I guess. So I can either decide to replace those or just. Oh, and I got killed. So Big Boss just got killed. Intellect throwing away 3,000 credits of Jackals or something like that, but getting to kill at least 2 Gemini probably. Yeah, getting to probably kill 2 Gemini. So is he gonna die? It didn't die, but he's probably gonna kill it on his next time. So he's making busters at this point. Gonna probably just try to micro and busters, and I accidentally have auto deploy. I'm really confused as to where the hell all my tanks are going, and it turns out I have auto deploy coming out of this. So all my tanks were going out on T, and I was really confused because I need those tanks. But I have now lost my whole front lines, and he can start trying to neutralize the outpost. So I'm in a bad spot. I'm slow. I had to grab back my tanks, but now I drop 1 tank. That's going to die really fast, but at least it distracts the busters from my outpost. And I start scattering around, lifting Gemini up until I can distract the slow rotation speed of the busters, taking advantage of that fact. So pretty much at this point in the game, I've solidified this is my outpost. This is my outpost. This isn't really defended, but I mean that's a lot of work to take that one when I have his outpost there. So, but he has solidified that my base is under threat. Obviously, infantry aren't going to kill my base, so I'm not worried about that. And he has a bunch of Jackals because you can make 1,000 Jackals in like 10 seconds. And he doesn't immediately switch them to T. So he totally lost out on that. Like, that could have done a lot of damage to the back wall, but I was able to because he let him go so far, I had a chance to micro them all around in case they came to the back. And these brutes just rip up Jackals, so he really threw away like 10,000 credits of Jackals or whatever that is. I don't even know what that looks like. So I never play with Jackals anymore. I used to a long time ago, but Jackals are just dumb. So I'm just being a paladin, tanking in front of my 2 or 3 Gemini, taking away because he had a little clump of here of just trying to snipe on in, but eventually I make finally a T-99 to do some anti-air to try to keep intellect from shooting me like nonstop, because obviously paladin's tanky, but a striker does crazy damage, and intellect is bringing up Bertha, something I do not have. So, ooh, I can't hit that. I really thought that T-99 should be able to shoot that. It can't, but it should be able to. And I'm guessing at this point I'm smart enough. Do I have anything in my queue? I have 2 Gemini. I'm gonna put 1 here and 1 there. Yes, because I can't let him do free drops like that, because I'm already at half-life, and nesthorn games can last a long time, so can't let that keep going on. And now with a Buster and 2 Berthas, he's going to clean this up super fast. Can I close this? Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's closed now. Awesome. So I lost just a lot of credits right there. I think that was 2 Chinese and 2 Gemini, so I'm going to distract the Busters, because that's priority number 1. And now I need to start killing those I saw the Bertha shots, of course, so I need to start cleaning those up, I know. And I'm just going to drop all my tanks around here. I'm putting them in 2 different piles to make the busters keep rotating, spinning. And I've cleaned up his tanks now. I dropped 2 there to deal with that Bertha. And now these Gemini, of course, keep getting distracted by the infantry which come, which sucks, but these are now focusing on the Bertha. And he had to move this Bertha into shooting those, so. I at least got the Berthas off my outpost. They neutralized it, but at least now then he has to pull back a little, and I can recap this. Meanwhile, though, I lost like 6 tanks, whatever, something ridiculous. Some number that's way too high and wasn't worth it, I'm sure. And do I have anything else in my queue? How many more tanks do I have coming out? Not enough. Do I kill Intellect? I kill Intellect. Oh, I let myself die. That's a crazy moment. I hate when that happens. And then I talk some trash just to kind of. I want to get that mentor irritation. I want people to be kind of upset, you know, on swing when they're talking to me, when they're playing against me. So, saying crap like that. Obviously, I don't think he's actually a fag, but nobody likes being called a fag, so why not? Big Boss, coming back, bought infantry because, I mean, if you're going to come from this side, you should always bring back infantry with you. Just worth it. And I want to keep this outpost really bad because I've spent way too many credits on this outpost to just give it up. I mean, think of it, I've probably lost a total of probably like 13 Geminis and 2 or 3 T99s at this point. So this outpost really should be mine, and I need to neutralize this and take it back. Because otherwise I'm losing this game. I mean, he still has a Bertha. He has Busters and Seekers. I need to pull. Oh, and I die too. Wow. So this is me losing the game right now, it looks like. I mean, I haven't lost yet, but I don't have my income advantage anymore since all my moneymakers are gone. I've thrown away a ton of credits here, more than he has. And I've just lost everything. My life sucks at this point. So what do? I fortify my outposts. I make sure I don't get cheesed. Because at this point, I can't afford to lose these 2 outposts. I defend my base, because I can't let him keep whittling that down. So I'm going to make a full-on wall, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, there's no need to bring a T99 there. I don't know why I did that. But I'm going to make a full-on wall to try to prevent any more damage. Because late game, I mean, he could just make like 30, 40 Jackals really fast with Striker's build ability. Yeah, which he has. You can just pump out Jackals when you have that builder ability. So, I mean, 40 Jackals can just melt your base really fast, and even if you drop bombs and kill it as fast as possible, it still can do a solid amount. So I just have to build walls of defenses with T99s as a slow paladin. As you've seen, I do have Devastators in my loadout, so I'm almost level 9, but that's just such a big, because I'm now playing the Defender, I can't make a big unit like that. I need to just play it safe and bomb the crap out of Jackals because Jackals are the enemy. So, being awesome. He puts him on T because he's a scrub and thinks that that's going to stop me. Luckily, I'm awesome. Don't let myself die there. And Intellect keeps throwing Jackals at this, but Jackals die so easily to brutes that I'm really surprised he kept doing that. But, of course, if you're persistent and keep doing it, it's going to work. Luckily, I already had one T99 in there, and I bought another T99 in Gemini. So, I have a pretty sizable force right there that's going to neutralize this outpost pretty fast. Also, guys, I'm really kind of just getting over a cold right now, so I probably sound really nasally still, but whatever. Luckily, this Bertha keeps hitting this outpost instead of my units, which is probably the only reason they're lasting as long as they are. So, I briefly cap this outpost, and I briefly move up. I have no energy, though, so I can't stay. I'm going to die. Oh my god, I do die. I should have known that, but I die, and so now it's not my outpost anymore. Especially with his Bertha. With one Bertha firing in there and another Bertha firing in here, I can't hold this, so I'm dead. it turns into his outpost, and because I know that I can't have that outpost anymore. Oh wow, I'm stupid. I think I can still take this outpost. Ugh. And I drop them. I hate it. I immediately realize I can't win this and I should take those back, but I have no energy. So I just threw away. I'm already behind and I just threw away more credits, so I just gonna get out of there as fast as I can and just try to. I mean, I only have 28 upkeep of heavy units, which means I'm pretty spread thin at this point. I think he's gonna push soon, so I just built a wall on my outpost. Oh, I'm just building. I'm just defending the outpost, not trying to stop a push, but just trying to defend. What's intellect doing? If you're intellect right now? You now have mid. That's an advantage. You have Berthas. He's noticed I don't have Berthas. He probably assumes I don't even have them right now, because usually it's standard. If you have Berthas, you build them at level 6. But because I never built them, intellect probably assumes that only he has them. And he's level 13 compared to my 9. He opened with, I never talked on this, but he has levelers, and those really paid off for him. I mean, he totally hit Berthas before I did. And he totally, I don't know, he's just done awesome damage throughout this whole game and has been able to keep me at bay. I mean, he's been really good at killing my units. He's been fast. He has a lot of abilities. I mean, he's a powerful striker right now. He already has level 3 missiles. 16 minutes into the game, so my opinion, that's kind of broken. Even with levelers, I don't think you should be able to get to that high a level that fast, but whatever. He has just been going for drops right now. He hasn't decided to start an artillery war yet. Spoilers, he will. Yeah, right now he's going to start pulling his Berthas forward. And when I realize that I'm going to have to fight an artillery war, I'm pretty sure I'm going to start voting them too. I started making my healing guardians because intellect was doing so much damage to me in the air. I just had to. And yeah, so now both of us are just kind of getting set up, making sure we have defenses where they need to be. He has, okay, maybe not him. He's just like, I have mid, so I'm okay. And I guess go to TNA. That's pretty impressive that he killed that unit. But again, striker DPS with 3 missiles, OP. And so I noticed that his artillery war, I'm just like, obviously I already put all my stuff back. He can't shoot anything. I'm not in danger. And luckily I have repair guardians, so I'm good. He has Berthas firing in on me. I'm not okay with that, so I pull up my units. I'm gonna kill that. Not a big deal. Meanwhile, he's setting up more Berthas. I wouldn't usually put a stray Bertha. I would have tried, because all my infantry are going to hit that, and I think I have I am starting to get my infantry upgrades, because they're worth it on nesthorn with level 4 creeps, so. Yeah, I basically, without even trying, killed that just with level 4 creeps walking by. So don't put your infantry right here if you're not going to put other units in front of it. Don't put your artillery right there, did I say infantry? Don't put your Berthas or whatever right here unless you're going to put like 4 to 5 other units to protect it. Intellect, really annoyed that he can't kill me as a paladin, and I have a socket at T99. This is a really unfair thing about nesthorn, is that I have sockets, and sockets make infantry so much more powerful. So I'm able to just, like, you should see the damage I'm doing to all of his units. Like, also he has hero, or whatever those flying healing units are, so they don't even do that great at heals. And so I totally won with my sockets. Thank goodness nesthorn. And now I have 3 Berthas, so now I definitely win, because I basically have like 5 Berthas, because this one's just ridiculous. It's like 2.5 firing speed. I don't know, something ridiculous. I don't know the stats anymore. They probably have changed it last I checked. Oh, and I killed it with bombs. What a beautiful thing. And so he goes for base drops. Luckily, I have a bunch of socketed T99, so he just dies. Which he deserves, by the way. Anybody who tries to go for base drops deserves to die. And he has a Bertha is a very expensive base drop. I mean, I understand why you would think that's okay to do, because it is damaging all those. I mean, you should look at that splash. It's hitting all 5 of them at a time, but like, wow. That's like a $13,000 base drop that's doing very little damage to my base. So I'm sure he probably regrets that. Maybe he's going to go try to save it, but he's not. He's building heavy mines because he thinks I might still push or something. That's a little odd. But I have bombs, and so I will build bombs and make bombs, and I will destroy a 13,000 free Bertha. Intellect, keep it going for the base drops. Hopefully he dies again. Nope. Drops a buster at the front door. Luckily, 599 shot at him right away, so he died. What do I do? Oh, see, he has another Bertha. He's throwing away his Berthas. He's getting desperate because, I mean, he realizes I'm up to no good. He realizes I'm getting high level paladin. I'm getting pretty unkillable. I always have a Pale Guardian 2 on me. I'm getting really good for the long game. I mean, he'll always have his strike missiles and be able to do a lot of damage that way, but wow! He just loses his Bertha, then puts another one right there. I mean, I kind of don't expect it at this point, honestly, because who would expect your opponent to keep throwing away credits like that? I'm confused a little. But I can deal with that. So I'm going to kill him probably right here. I hope I kill him. If I don't kill him, I suck. Oh, I suck because he's so fast. Wow. But I killed a Bertha, so whatever, I won either way. And I'm pulling out Devastators. Oh man, Devastator is so powerful. So I've got a Devastator coming on out. I have more upkeep than him. Oh, does he not have gens? He does not have gens. That makes his life tough. I mean, he made his life tough. It's his fault, but kind of feel bad for him for not doing that. I mean, he has other units he's using. I mean, he's used all of his units at this point, so that's a pretty good loadout. But I may be a little... I definitely built late game, and now he's letting me hit late game, and so I'm getting some. And I have a Devastator. And I'm sure he saw that Devastator and was like, oh crap. Oh crap. So, what does he do? Goes for a base drop. Good thing, like, I have T99s which have awesome turret rotation speed. So no matter where he drops things, I can just kill them really fast. Good lord. So obviously he realizes base damage drops aren't doing anything, but he keeps doing them. Oh, look at that eagle head. I have the eagle head pet. It's pretty awesome. It's by far my favorite pet Kerbin's released in a long time. Intellect? At first thought, it seems like he's just throwing away things and he's wasting his time. But this is kind of what he has to do. Because I have a late game unit build set on nesthorn, and he doesn't. So if he tries to turtle up, he doesn't have the right turtling units that he could beat me. So he kind of is forced at this point to just keep being stupid. And thank goodness all my T99s stop his stupid base drops. I hate people that base drops. That's justice right there. And he'll talk on the forums. He'll act like it's not fair, but it is. He deserves what comes to him. So, I'm stacking level 4 creeps, but I'm not going to cheese, I guess. So, I don't know why. And now I realize I have a huge advantage. I should probably take myself a mid. Because I want myself mid. That's really threatening. That's a lot of busters. Luckily, I bet you 12 bombs would kill those busters, and I can drop 3 bombs at a time, so... I could kill those fast, and he's throwing away his units pretty bad. At this point, I'll admit at this point I'm being a little slow. I could be more aggressive at this point. Looking back, I could be more forceful taking mid. Ooh, wow. I don't know. I think those were just gens. He just killed generators. But still good on him for doing that. Don't let him kill anything. Like, oh wow. Any pushes, that's not enough to do anything though. So, at this point, I'm chilling. I'm stopping his stupidness. I'm just keep building units. I keep building gens. Having to rebuild gens because he kills my gens. But I have Devastators, so Got that going for me. And Intellect just keeps doing base drops, and it's really annoying me because I can't use my Devastator. Like, I have that Devastator. I want to bring it to mid and take it, but I can't because I'm forced to just keep being reactive. And Strike was so fast at killing gens. Kind of makes you sad. But I won't have it, and I fight it. I need a drink of water. Wow. I have no idea how LUI and Steve do like tournaments all day. Like, my voice gets tired after talking like this for like after 20 minutes, I guess. So whatevs. I'll just be content to sit around. I have 2 Devastators now, so I can. Do I push them? No, I just put them there, but he knows about them, so he has a bird to fight again. So those Devastators are just kind of sitting there not doing anything. I either need to push those, or yeah, pull them back. Pulling back is always the right option. When you have 2 choices in a game, and you can either pull back or push, you should always pull back because it's way safer in most cases and more likely win you the game. Obviously, if you actually have an advantage, you should push forward. If you have like a significant advantage, but at this point, I don't have a significant advantage because he had like 6. Like, these could kill a Devastator really fast if he would distract the Striker and keep me away. So when he had those, he could have killed me. But now, now he's dropping that bird to distract me. So now that makes sense. Like, these Berthas aren't there to, because he's kind of giving up on mid. He's pushing forward, but that's a terrible push. Like, Buster's just the worst thing to push ever, so that's sort of sad, but I really have to pee. I'll be right back. You guys can just watch Intellect. No, watch me. I'm awesome. I'll be right back. It's pretty awesome, though. It was a great game. Just watch me and think of, like, wow, Big Boss, you're so impressive. And almost every decision you make in this game is the right one. So just watch it. I'll be right back in, like, 2 minutes. Awesome. So it looks like the Big Boss has taken mid truly professionally. High skill. Super impressive. I don't know how he did it, but I'm sure he did it with Devastators. And now I'm just going to clean on up, make sure I keep this. Intellect trying to kill me, but I say no, because I'm tanky. I have level 2 armor ability, which means I don't die. It's awesome. It's my favorite thing about Paladin. You don't die. If you don't die, you can win, if you're good. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I guess I just did a scouting on. Ooh, see those striker missiles? They get me close to death, but I don't die. Key feature right there, so that I don't die. Unarguably, why I do so well in this game is because I don't die. Now I'm just fortifying everything, putting infantry where it can be. I have to redefend my base since I pulled away all my resources from it, so gonna rebuild my wall. I don't have anything right there. I'm sure he'll take advantage of that soon. And those infantry he stacked just like almost neutralized my base and killed my T-99. Because infantry level 4 do way too much damage. Ooh, that's awesome though. I still have a Bertha, so I just fire on in. That was nice. Ooh, nice. Where do I put this Bertha? Oh, try to neutralize the outpost? That's never gonna happen. It takes too long. He'll find it. But, worth a try, I guess. Intellect, going for base drops. What a scrub to. Oh, going for a cheese. That's not. Oh, when he lands, he's gonna get himself killed. He should have got himself killed. If I wasn't a paladin, I would have gotten himself killed. So there I go. Just keeping my bunkered infantry. Probably bring the other two here. And I'm building another Devastator. At this point, though, I don't actually have that many units here. I have one unit. And at this point, Intellect, at this point I'm really afraid of what Intellect's doing. But the fact that he's done base drops for so long, I have a pretty good wall right now. It's not really paying off, and I think he realizes that. I mean, it was worth it because I had a little exposed, and now I'm down to like 1/3 of my life. I neutralized his outpost almost, but don't, because he comes back just in time. Ooh, when he kills my Bertha, that's tough. But, anyway, I have nothing to neutralize these mines. I don't have a healing unit in my loadout, and so I'm kind of just stuck. I mean, I could push my tanks over them, but that's a terrible option, so I don't. So he's pretty much has map control. I mean, he can see me at all times because of those stupid mines. And oh, I should have told you this a while ago. I know it, but he built a ton of these. Luckily, I turned my damage buff on. I'm throwing my hammer. And do I prioritize and kill? I don't kill him. If I would have killed him, I would have won easy. But I have T-99s, which have awesome turn rotation speed. And the fact that he could have probably put those on C and taken this outpost, but he didn't do that, so. I mean, obviously that was enough to take the outpost. He would have had the outpost. He should have taken the outpost. Instead, he let me keep loading bombs. And if you let a paladin keep loading bombs, he's gonna win the game easy. So, I mean, that's not even gonna touch me. Like, I bet you they get killed before they fire a single shot at me, but yeah. So, meanwhile, my 3 Devastators I pushed out. Ooh, go off over heavy mines. Ooh, he lets himself die. Ooh. He managed to kill one of them, though. And that heavy mine goes off on that one, too. So, those are 2 pretty damaged Devastators. They're going to neutralize the outpost, but they're black smoking. And he said it's game, but it's not game at all. Like, realize, he doesn't have any units, but as a high damage striker, if he kills those 2 Devastators, I'm down like 80,000 credits. And sure, I still have mid, but everything I have is stationary and really spread out, so it's not GG. You'll see, he keeps playing this game out. So, Intellect tries to recap the outpost. Unfortunately, if his missiles at me, he would have killed this Devastator if he would have dropped him there. If he would have just landed and fired him there. But, whatever. So I now can't take this outpost. I've pulled back my Devastators because they were so damaged by his Striker and missed mines that he's logically building a ton of Busters, because Busters are the one thing that really can do some real damage to Devastators. Unfortunately, he pulled it forward. Oh, he didn't let him die, so never mind. He can do whatever he wants if he doesn't let him die. So I don't understand this. Like, he shouldn't have dropped that. Like, he knows that's gonna die. I don't know why he did that. That was... Oh, he doesn't save it. Yeah, I don't know why he did that. But he rebuilds his line of heavy mines, so I can't push again. And he's gonna let himself die. I'll admit, that was not a good move. It is very hot. It's almost as hot as my mixtape. Just kidding, I'm not. I don't. That's a bad meme. I'm sorry. 34 minutes game and it's not even close to done. Do I leave these on Y? I should switch them to T. Oh, I don't have to switch him to T because he has to decide to either deal with these or deal with these. At this point, the only 3 units I have in this game are these 3 Devastators. These 2, which are going over Heavy Mines, and on Y, and this one that's very damaged. So, at this point, I'm really stressed out. I mean, I know I have the advantage, but I'm really low on credits, so I have to play it very safe. I have to make sure that everything I do with those Devastators is meaningful, and that I don't let them die too fast. I mean, if he wouldn't have thrown away so many of his busters, like he would let so many of his busters die, if he would have had those at his base, he would have killed these 2 way faster. And like he almost killed that one as well. So at this point, I don't have much. I have 3 Devastators. Again, the 1 very damaged one, and the 2 at this base to defend it. He only has 1 outpost, but he isn't at upkeep, so that's not demanding it, making an issue at all. I am playing very safe. His missiles keep doing a ton of damage to my Devastators, and I don't get that get down. And so his missiles are basically just able to keep me, forcing me to play it slower and safer than I otherwise would be able to. Like if I was against a Helix at this point, actually Helix does a lot of damage too. If I was against Osprey at this point, I'd have been able to push those Devastators and just win the game, but man, see, Devastators take so much energy to heal, can't do it. So, I'm at the point where I think I can win the game. I mean, look at it. It looks like I have the full advantage right now. I should put T99s on these. Oh yeah, I do. I socket those T99s to get that advantage. And he does a... See, that's just weak. Just weak. He could win this game. He could kill my Devastators, but he's just throwing away units. So, I won the game at this point. I mean, I have the outpost. At this point, when I only had those 3 Devastators and 2 Devastators here, he could have won. But now at this point, I've solidified. I have the outpost control. I have the anti-air everywhere, and I can just push out my Devastators. So, I have pushed. He has some units to defend, but not enough. He can keep using his striker missiles. I'm sure he will, but it won't be enough. I just put some things in front of my Devastators to block. Obviously, I don't expect those to do any damage, but hey, they took shots. They're taking, like, all these tanks. I'm not building tanks because I want them to win my games. I'm just building them to distract for my Devastators. So, GG Devastators. If you want to play Devastators, do it. They're a lot of fun. They make the games very tense because you have so few eggs and you have so few baskets that you just feel overwhelmed. So I think Devastators are really tense and fun to play with. Obviously, if 2 people have Devastators, it's less fun, but GG. Oh man, I get respectful at the end. I'm like a joke all the way through, and then we finally get to the end. I'm like, GG. Wow, what a guy. Oh man. 34-minute game. Big Boss won. Pretty much the best. So, I mean, Jacko's almost won early game. I pretty much lost. I mean, I cheesed that first outpost, then lost the advantage. Then he took mid, and he had a bunch of Berthas before I did. But I used a socketed Bertha, won me the game. I'll give credit to that, the socketed Bertha. Building a wall, for sure. I mean, he would have won the game with that initial Jacko push doing like half damage to my base, and then drops doing like another third. I mean, I would have lost easily. I mean, he thought he would just be able to win with drops. He did so many drops. Like, I bet you he did at least 12 drops this game, but luckily he only let himself die like once or twice from drops, but that was still too many times. So playing in the slow, tense hype. Just kidding, I don't like the word hype, but just playing the long game with Devastators. I won. Take that, Illusion. Screw your jackals. Screw all the jackals. Anybody who uses jackals. Screw you. GG. Wow. Level 141. Didn't know I'd ever hit that far. So, thank you all for watching. As I told you, this game was only cast because there's no other good games being cast, so I figured I should at least cast one of my own or something, so. Good job, me. You did an awesome job. I commend myself on that victory. Give that kid a silver star, Liquid.